Just under 6 minutes remaining for high gear racing practice on a Wednesday night. Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth, not on the racetrack tonight. Bringing you coverage of the high gear racing series. Right now, only 3 drivers have posted a lap. Richard Elliott, Quentin Stanbach, Michael White, or Tim White, I should say. I apologize. Sponsors for tonight's race, as always, big shout out. A big shout out to Fanaticlean. And of course, the Fanaticlean Green for Clean bonus is back for tonight. Of course, if we go, we go caution free through the whole race from start to finish. $100 bonuses on the line. And they're already wrecking. Corbett hard into the wall. Allen saves a hell of a save. But Sean Corbett already going to a backup car. Speaking of that, our other sponsors tonight, JW Paints Graphics, for the best paint jobs around here. Go to JW Paints Graphics for your own custom iRacing car. What's up, Corey? Right now, still several drivers on the racetrack. See Herbert Stanbach and Joseph Allen. A little bit of practice, no surprise with these cars. Big runs to be generated, big runs to be carried down the back straightaway. Very easy to lose the draft, and buddy, oh boy, do they love to not be pushed. We saw a lot of action with these cars over the summer. SummerSlam 499, presented by PGR Esports. Saw a lot with these cars that night. Really showed that really racing these cars, they're so unpredictable, as Joseph Allen goes to the top of the board with a 51.865. First driver in that 51.8. It's just really hard. You can do so much more with these cars. Really opens the door to push the limits. But sometimes pushing the limits can result in mayhem. Tucker McClellan makes his return tonight for HGR. Live, that is. Kenneth McCullough, the pre-race spin bonus winner for the 3rd or 4th time now. Going to try to get his name on the board. James Waring last night, if you watched my in-car stream, was able to cash in on the pre-spin bonus. It resets back to 20 for tonight. Of course, James Waring will not be running tonight. Jimmy Crow taking a couple days off. That means Waring is not on the track, but in the broadcast, not the broadcast booth, but the RC tower right next to me. Right now, Allen goes a 50.17, so now the speed's even quicker. Probably going to see a lot of drivers maybe get into the high 49s, hearing from a 49.7. So that's going to look close. That 49.8 potentially. Stanbach comes in now to practice his pin entry. Right now, it's actually a tie for the top spot, probably going down to the thousands. 49.3, so forget what I said. For Allen, the new fastest lap. That's why I'm paid to be up here and commentate, not know the cars. Right now, let's see if we can't get away with Quentin Stanbach. Quentin Stanbach, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Buddy, got a copy?
I do. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Well, buddy, I want to ask you, with a minute and a half remaining in practice, right now sitting 3rd quickest, how's the car tonight? And kind of might want to refresh my mind and some of the viewers' mind. What can we expect with these cars tonight as far as pack racing with the big runs they generate and all that? Does it open up the room for more risk taking, but also increases the chances of a caution tonight?
Yeah, pretty much. You get crazy runs in these cars, and I expect to see that the top line working the most. And yeah, lots of crazy moves are going to happen. People are going to be side drafting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, buddy,
They're fun cars.
for the 22 tonight, what would it mean to return to victory lane?
It would be awesome. I'd love to get a. I don't think I've actually won here in HGR yet, but I've got pretty close, like a second and a fourth finish. It'd be really nice to win one finally.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. I'll let you get ready for qualifying.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Quentin Standbot right now, third in practice. Right now, Joseph Allen, Austin Herbert, Quentin Standbot, Richard Elliott, Tim White, top 5. Corbin and Wingo, 6th and 7th as practice concludes. Kind of a small field on hand tonight. 14, as a matter of fact. The 14 drivers are going to be fun to watch. Of course, in a turn of events. Oh, wait, we got group qualifying up here. No, hold on, let me check. Okay, yep, 5 minutes. Group qualifying on deck. Don't know if that was intentional or what, but we're going to get a new perspective here in HGR and make qualifying just a little bit more actiony. But as I was saying before that, recent turn of events. In another recent turn of events, tonight, Raging Idiot Racing Network will take over the Little Dog, Big Dog series in MMS. That will be starting following the conclusion of this HGR race tonight. Right now, Tim White's going to be the first of the drivers to roll out. Of course, he is by himself, so they to Austin Hubert. Well, here's where it's really going to be beneficial for these drivers. As John Ward's now coming out, Bad Fast Ward. There you see it, Corbin and McCullough already lined up. So, with the draft is important. It's really going to shake up a lot of things if you got a draft partner or not. As we see now, all 3 of the cars lined up. With Tim White's first lap already on the board, however, it's just the open lap and ain't really an important one. So we're going to see how big a draft the difference really is here. Well, not really all that big. Other drivers on track right now. Tucker McLennan making his return. I believe Jeff Merritt has new colors. Yeah, he does. So new colors for Merck. Meanwhile, we're going to focus back in on this little 3-car pack with 2 minutes to go. This should improve the lap time significantly. And at the line, it does. Corbin top of the board of 49.139. McCullough slides into second. Or Ward slides into second. McCullough third. All right, now a minute and a half to go. Richard Elliott, Danny Barnes, Quentin Standbot, Joseph Allen, Mark Mondale, Joey Masowich, and Austin Green yet to post a lap. We see Ward lurking back there right in the back of McCullough will lead this group across the line for the second time for another qualifying lap at the line. Does they improve? No. Corbett's still at the top. Right now you see Tucker slowing it down. Probably going to call it quits for his qualifying session. Michael Wingo and Tim White. But White's got a massive draft. Isn't enough to boost White from 8 to somewhere towards the top of the board. With 30 seconds left, this is it. It is not. Yep, so 20 seconds remaining. It might let Wingo and White complete this lap. I don't believe it will, but we'll have to see. (14-15). So a minute to go to give an extra minute for drivers to complete the lap they're on. At the line, Wingo and White is enough for the top 2 spots. 51.011. Wingo stays where he's at. White will go up to 6th. (15 from my count. 15 drivers for tonight. Just going to give him one more shot at it, so evidently gave an additional minute to really do whatever the hell you can. However, that lap does not improve neither one's time. 2-1. Qualifying completed. And Sean Corbett on pole. I can't talk to Ken McCullough before he gets ready to go racing here. Ken McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up in the broadcast booth. Buddy, got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, buddy, third time's a charm with this pre-spin bonus. Your son Joshua has claimed it. Be the first one to claim it. Wearing last night is the night the 03 finally will claim the pre-spin bonus.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I can get up there and make it happen.
Well, buddy, as far as what's to come tonight, it's been a while since we ran these cars. What do you feel like can be expected with 15 drivers? Do you feel like a lot of it can be a lot of you will take it easy the first half, 3/4 of this race, or how do you expect the night to go?
I think this race here is going to be pretty calm. Got a pretty good group in here. I think everybody's going to ride, and good possible chance we might go caution free here. Might get a little separation, maybe green flag pit stop, but in my best race tonight, I don't think it's going to go quite as smooth as this one's going to go.
Well, buddy, first off, appreciate you letting me come on and start picking up middle way through the season. And best of luck to you in both races tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Kevin McCullough running off third with some extra dollars on the line. That being said, we'll roll through the starting grid for tonight's race. Sean Corbin on pole, John Ward second, Kenneth McCullough, Tucker McClellan third. 2 MMS drivers. Jeff Murray rounds out with 3 of the MMS cars in the top 5. He'll roll off 5th next to Tim White, Michael Wingo, Austin Herbert, Joey Masowitz, Richard Elliott, Austin Green, Quentin Stenbach. That is the fast 12. Then rounding out the field, Joey Allen for Bar Racing. And then The last two MMS drivers, starting from the back, Danny Barnes and Mark Von Dale, to round out 15 drivers. Right now, you know that MMS will be going in full charge. By the way, I missed two drivers for MMS tonight. The 02 of Richard Elliott and the 87 of Austin Green. They both are racing for McCullough Motorsports. The 02 of Richard Elliott. Alright, getting this last little thing tightened up. Alright. Y'all can take your chances in answering this 50-50 shot. Find out at the end of the race. Does Kenneth McCullough, third time a charm for the pre-spin bonus? He's got to go through a stacked field of HGR's best. Corbin and Warren brings them down. We're rolling. Now back straight away, Ward and McClellan already out to the early lead. Corbett follows behind in third, 2 by 2 for fourth on back. There they are. Now Ward will bring them down through 3 and 4. Right now, RC single file out. McCullough and Murray already in the top 5 as Ward brings them down to complete lap 1. Give it to John Ward. Right now, you see McCullough already working the outside lane. He's going to bring Tim White with him on the outside for the lead. Kenneth McCullough trying to get the run with a push from Jeff Murray. Right now, McCullough will take the lead through 3 and 4. You're right on board with John Ward. Well, White immediately down to the bottom. Murray's going to bring it to a win, and McCullough back down as well. Now Richard Elliott, Quentin Stanbach had to try to pull that outside line. Here, Ward really had to get off the gas and not want to shove White too hard. Get this car turned sideways. Well, right now, as they run down the back straightaway, Elliott still trying to make the outside run work, but has not been able to do it as good as what the MMS duo of McCullough and Murray was able to do earlier. Still side by side for third on back. This is what you want early in the race. You don't want to be making it 3 wide. You don't want to be pushing all that hard. Right now, we got a good rhythm going here. See Stanbach going to jump out 3 wide. Masterwood's going to go win him. Almost contact between the 64. Michael Wingo's going to make it. All right, forget what I said about riding. We'll go 3 wide early. And Richard is stuck in the middle. Ward's going to jump up to the outside lane. Or the middle lane, I really should say Allen from the top to the bottom. Joseph Allen still in the 4th car in line. All right, that is what, if you're in the front 5, this is really what you want to see. 3 wide action early. Go ahead and get away. Try to break away. Right now, top 5 as they run, McCullum, Murray, White, McLennan. And side by side for 5th between Corbin and Herbert. Very nice looking number 8 car tonight. Cheddar's sponsor, but looks like it's got its own little twist on it. Right now, Austin Herbert running in the 5th spot. Well, here comes Corbin with Ward, Masowitz, Wingo, Elliott, and Allen on the top side. However, not really packed together like we would expect to see. But now here they come. This is what you want to see. 2x2 drivers trying to go from the back to the front, not being overly, however, not trying to be overly aggressive with it as Corbett surges ahead with a push from Ward at the line. Sean Corbett will lead his first laps of the race tonight. That was now not really wanting to ride right now. He wants to try to lead a few laps here. McCullough would jump up, winning still 3x3 with Allen and Elliott on the very top lane. Now they're going to get Austin Green with them. Still 3x3 mid-pack. Right now you're really just seeing who the good pushers are. How good can Ward push? How good can McCullough push? Probably 2 of the best in the business. And now they're seeing how does Masowitz and Corbett really handle getting pushed, because everybody else is getting pushed behind them, and everybody's really testing waters right now. So I view it. As I said, Jeff Murray shot out of a cannon all the way up to 2nd. It's going to be in a great position to get the run off the corner down the back straightaway. You're right on board with Murray now. He's seeing a great push. Murray immediately down to the ball cover, Masowitz. Well, no surprise to see Jeff Murray out front with 35 to go. Of course, knock on wood, hope I don't jinx us here. But the Banana Clean bonus still on the line tonight. Go green the whole race, an extra $100 is thrown in. And of course, thank you to Fanatic Clean for being the sponsor for HGR. And right now, still staying green is right now Stanbot McLennan trying to resurrect that middle lane. They got Elliott and Allen right behind him coming with Austin Green just jumping out of line right before the camera switched. But right now, it's all Jeff Murray. Of course, Murray got a great run going last night. It was in the winning for last night's HGR race before getting caught up in an incident on the last lap that took out a lot of drivers, myself included. But it was fun. It was fun racing with these guys for the last 3 nights. Next time I get a day off. Next time I get a day off from broadcasting, I'll definitely run it again. But we'll worry about that later. But right now, Murray continues to lead. Well, right now, There's a McCullough Motorsports 1-2 with Merrick and Kenneth McCullough 1 and 2. But here comes Corbin and Stanbach for the lead. Not able to get there. And really what I think stinted that run was the fact that Elliott jumped to the outside lane, kind of interrupted the run that they had, took another car away. Right now, the biggest movers of the race from where they started so far tonight. Danny Barnes up 6 spots. Joey Maswitz up 6. Quentin Stanbach and Mark Von Dale tied for 5 spots. Or Jeff Merrick right now up 4 spots from where he started this race. Of course, right now, it's 42 laps, still a little ways to go. Working 31, the pit window, if I'm not mistaken, should be anywhere maybe from 18 to 25. That's a wide estimate, but I think that'll pretty much cover it. Well, right now, John Ward back to the leads. Led 2 laps already tonight with 31 to go. But here comes Corbett back on the outside. The pole sitter trying to work some action up there for Corbett, trying to end a winless streak that goes all the way back to the start of the summer. At least on the broadcasting side of things. Right now, John Ward with the fastest lap of a 47.887. Right now, Ward's going to go up. Oh, Austin Green into the wall. Hang on to her, boys. What a save by Green, McLennan, and Wingo. Green's going to immediately fall in line in that 87. What a save as Masowitz up to the top of the racetrack, up to the third lane, almost comes down in front of Ward over. Well, not really overcorrects, but makes the adjustment to keep that from happening as Wingo will jump up now with the 64. Of course, still to come tonight, MMS Big Dog Little Dogs series. Raging It Racing Network will pick up for the foreseeable future, the last half of that season. You can tune into that immediately following tonight's running of the High Gear Racing Series. And right now, Merrick storming up the middle to try to take the lead from John Ward at the line, give it to Merrick. But here comes Green with Elliott and Allen trying to make something happen. A massive run, entering 1. Right now, the only common denominator, or the only, not the common denominator, but the only issue with that third lane, only 3 cars up there. Well, now 4 cars. Michael Wingo, well, he thought twice about it. The issue with a lot of cars, we saw it work this time, maybe a little dysfunction in the middle lane, but a lot of the times that third lane, you need about 4 or 5 cars or more to really make that third lane competitive. As you saw, Green and Elliott didn't really need that along with Allen. But I also think there's a little bit of disconnection from the middle lane as Michael Wingo off the wall in the back. Wingo able to keep it straight. 27 to go. The two MMS drivers, Jeff Murk and Austin Green. Sarge is out ahead in front of the pack for the moment. As right now, side-by-side action for third on back, like it's pretty much been the majority of the night. The occasional 3 and wide action happening. As here comes Elliott with a strong run up next to Murray. Richard Elliott at the line. Give it to him. Richard Elliott will leave his first laps of the night. Bit of a checkup on the bottom. Allows Standby to get up to third. Not able to clear down to get to the bottom. Jeff Murray quickly recovers the bottom lane, and down the back straightaway, Elliott leads. Right now, you're right on board with Quentin Standby. Oh, Standby goes around. And he saves it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Pow. Hard into the wall goes Standby. Well, all right, maybe not hard. Enough that I would come in and look at the damage, though, all things considering. Other than that, he had it saved if he didn't get clipped on the apron. Well, there goes the Fanatic Lean bonus. Fanatic Lean bonus, let's just say. Not Fanatic Lean. Well, let's see what happens. Right here again, a push from Tucker McLennan. Gets him all melt. Let's back up here. Standby just kisses the wall. No, that's what I thought it was going to be. Right here it is where it's going to be set up. Yeah, maybe gets him off center. It's really hard for me to tell if Tucker makes contact. I do got another trick up my sleeve. Regardless, he's gonna make contact with Merrick. Go all the way down the back straight away, right on board here. Really, it's just hard for me to really tell, from my standpoint of things, if he makes contact. But right now, with 25 to go, it's under our first caution of the night. Joey Massowitz overshot his pit box, so did Jeff Murray. Will cost the 64 in the 60 time on pit road. Everybody in the pit. Remember when the race off a pit road. Let's see if I can get Quentin Standbox's opinion on what happened. Quentin Standby, Gary Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth, buddy. Got another copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
But buddy, what'd you feel like happened there? It's hard to tell from my vantage point if it was a bad push or what the deal was, but what'd you feel like happened, and can the 22 still get out there and compete for a win?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad push. I think it was these cars. If you push in the corner, you run the risk of sorry, I was trying to get my car in gear here. You kind of run the risk of bumper hooking people, and I think that's just kind of what happened. Tucker's my teammate. I definitely didn't mean to do it, and we were just pushing hard on that line, that top line, trying to get in front.
But I want to ask, obviously it did not look like it was that big of an impact. Any damage, if any at all, that could probably hinder the 22?
I don't think so. I just kind of slid mostly, just put some new tires on it, and I think it was like 30, 45 seconds of damage. Not too worried about it at all.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. I'll drop you on back down and let you get ready for the last 22 laps whenever they take the green flag. Best of luck to you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. As Quentin Stanbach catches up. Russell Herbert, John Ward, Sean Corbett, Michael Wingo, Joey Masterwitz, the top 5. Tim White, Jeff Burt, Richard Elliott, Austin Green. Okay, well, some drivers electing to come back in under this caution to top off field, and the majority of the McCulloughs. Well, actually, all of the McCulloughs. All MMS is what I should really say. Danny Barnes, Austin Green, Jeff Merrick, Joseph Allen excluded from that group. Kim McCullough, Mark Vondale, Richard Elliott. Well, now to officially re-rack the top 5, or re-rack the field officially now. Russell Herbert, John Ward, Sean Corbett, Michael Wingo, Joey Masterwitz. The top 5 does not change under that last pit stop exchange. However, Tim White, Austin Green, Danny Barnes, 7th and 8th, Quentin Stanbach, Jeff Merrick, 9th and 10th. Allen and McCullough, 11th and 12th, Vondale and Elliott. 13th, 14th, Tucker McClendon rounds out the field. I believe he'll begin to yield well for this caution. With 23 laps to go, will be 22 when they take the green flag here. All right. So Austin and Ward brings them down to the United Rentals restart zone. Let's try it again. The field thunders off of turn 2, single foul for the majority of the top 5. One down back straight away right now. Austin, Corbett, Ward, Massowitz, Wingo. Ward's going to jump into the outside lane. Bad fast Ward trying to get yet another HGR win. Meanwhile, Austin Green, Jeff Merrick working that third lane, trying to make something happen. Well, right now, it will appear Austin and Corbett pretty much has the bottom lane wrapped up. Ward, not really a lot of help in the middle, but here comes that third lane with Green and Merrick. Allen, McCullough, Vondale. Austin Green up 10 spots where he started, and at the line, give it to Merrick, maybe. Merrick got him barely. That was the end of the race. It would have been one of the closest we ever saw. Meanwhile, my mistake. Forgot to put the ticker back up there at the top of the screen. See where your favorite driver's running, guys. Merrick with a block on Green. Austin down to the middle lane, trying to pull Corbin and Mansell up to the top. Austin now down to the bottom of the cover. Allen, Wingo, Danny Barnes, Tim White, and McClendon back there in the back. But right now, Merrick continue to lead off of turn 4. Right now, MMS top 3, almost the top 4. Vondell can get up there. Mark Vondell on an impressive run the last couple weeks, cashing out just about every HGR race he's ran in that 59. Right on board with Vondell. Right now, Vondell actually kind of stuck in the middle. He's going to drop way outside the top 5. Almost outside the top 10 if he keeps on. Right now, Vondell bleeding spots. Meanwhile, Brian's Kenneth McCullough back up to the lead. McCullough's been at the front off and on throughout the night. However, has only led 4 laps. Jeff Mertz led the most at 8. Right now, McCullough in a 3-way tie for the second most laps led with John Ward and Austin Herbert. That looks to change if he can hold on to it. At the line, McCullough to lead his 5th lap of the race tonight with 17 to go. Maxwell's back up to the outside. He's only led 1 lap himself tonight, getting pushed from John Ward and at Ancient World Gaming. Always a nice paint job being brought to Talladega and Daytona. Well, 16 to go right now. Things slowly starting to settle down. Of course, Jeff Mertz and Kenneth McCullough back out front like they were earlier in the race. Of course, Mertz led the most laps at 9 so far, working to try to get 10. As the field still stays 2 by 2 behind them. Right now, 3 by 3. Deep in the field. McCullough back up to the front. Joseph Allen having a quiet night, but now worked himself up in second. Tim White's back up in third. Austin Green been up and down the leaderboard a lot tonight. Meanwhile, White and Green will actually go for the lead here. Judge outside lane. McCullough goes up to cover White. Allen now forced to fend for the bottom, and he's going to get left by Austin. If he's lucky, he can go and get hooked up to Vondell. See what can happen. Corbett's trying to split. Merck in the middle. 3 wide again. Right now, 14 to go. Still anybody's race. And anybody can damn sure win it. Even a driver back in 15th right now. Well, right now, 2 drivers have lost the draft. That will be Quentin Stanbach and Richard Elliott. So right now, as we stand, 13 drivers with a chance at it. Unless there's a caution, it'll bring all 15 right back into the fold, as now Corbett back down to the bottom with John Ward. Of course, you got to think for Sean Corbett how frustrating it's got to be. He's been close all summer long to end that winless streak, get back to victory lane, at least on the HGR side of things. But it has been a very brutal summer for the 45. Well, right now, they're still 3 by 3 behind them back there with Joseph Allen. Said if Just to say a few. You're right on board with Allen now. We see pretty much with a little bit of internet issues on the 27, but you see the bad thing being that third line, if you ain't got at least two or three more drivers up there with you, you're just going to go right back to the pack anyway. Now the key thing is get back in line, get a draft. Right now, Sean Corbin and John Ward 1 and 2 like they started this race with 11 laps to go. Of course, tomorrow night, the HGR on schedule to be back, or actually it probably will be BDS on schedule to be back in action. Right here on the Raging Get It Racing Network. Then Saturday night, the Midnight Racing League Super Speedway Series. Justin Millicar and his group of some of the best Super Speedway Series racers that Midnight Racing League has to offer will continue their quest towards the playoffs and the championship. Catch some of your favorites like Decon, Corey Wright, Justin Millicar, obviously, Braden Powers, and so many others. Matter of fact, Michael Wingo and Joseph Allen are part of that group. Look for and see how they can do this Saturday. Then Sunday, MMS on tap, probably HGR to go win them. We'll have to see, but that's a rough draft of the remaining of the week. As right now, Austin Green back out front. We say back out front because he's been in position to lead a lap all night, but has not officially done it. But right now he's got his teammate, two of his teammates, makes it three of his teammates behind him. 1, 2, 3, and 4 MMS. With 10 laps to go, going to be 9 at the line. Right now. And a wrecking big. Big wreck in the back. Under caution again. Joey Massowitz to the grass. We see him. Joseph Allen turn around. Austin Herbert, massive damage. Meatball flag to him. Danny Barnes, a meatball. I've already seen a lot of damage on Danny Barnes' car. I don't know what the issue there is. See if we can't get another side view here. Damage to the left rear. Jeff Murray, now there is damage to the side of that 60. Well, let's see what happens. So this is all going to be set up coming off of 2. Down back straight away. Murray goes to the middle. Danny looks like he comes down. McClendon gets into the back of Murray. Hard into the wall goes Murray. There's more wrecking up here. So what happens to Joseph Allen? Well, they're the wrecking. Massowitz going to come up. Okay, so that's how Allen and Austin and Danny Barnes all get involved in it. Well, let's right on board with Joseph Allen. Yeah. Almost had it made. From Jeff Merrick's view. So we rewind it here. Merrick trying to hang on to it. Maybe was hoping he would not get the wall. But look how bad it knocks off that steering wheel. It's probably like 10, 11 o'clock. From Danny Barnes on board. Well, Danny probably thought that maybe it was still clear. It was going to come back up. Thinking, all right, I might escape this one. Nope. Right now, under this caution, top 6 stay out. Michael Wingo, Austin Green, Kenny McCullough, Tim White, Martin Vondell, and Sean Corbett all stay out under this caution. They are your top 6. Austin Herbert, Ward, Murray, Danny Barnes, Elliott Stenbach, Allen, and Masowitz all comes down the pit road, and it's safe to say a lot of them was involved in that incident. On our second caution, it will be 6 to go when they cross start finish line, 5 at the line. Can you get Austin Green in here? Austin Green, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, what's up?
My buddies have been a fast car all night for you from the back to the front numerous times. Does it got what it takes to try to beat some of the best tonight?
I hope so. I think the car is probably good enough, but got to have a little bit of luck here, and it's just hard to defend the middle and the outside, and you don't really know exactly which one's going to roll over the other, so you just kind of try to go with the lane you think is best, and it takes a little bit of guys sticking with you, so that's the luck, and then if the move's there at the end, then obviously try to make that move. So we'll see what happens, but 5 laps to go. I think there's a good chance maybe we get one more caution before it's all said and done.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Look forward to seeing how it plays out for you. Maybe we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Yep, thanks, man.
Yes, sir. So Austin Green restarting in the second spot. To re-rack the field for 5 to go, possibly with another caution and a green-white checkered still looming. Michael Wingo, Austin Green, first and second. Kim McCullum, Tim White, 34. Corbett Vondell, 56. Ward and Herbert, 7 and 8. Elliott Murray, 9th and 10th. Allen and Stenbach, 11 and 12th. Masowitz Barnes, 13, 14. Tucker McLennan rounds out the 15th spot. As we get ready to go back racing. All right. For Austin Green, trying to turn the victory lane for Michael Wingo, trying to get his first win in HGR. We're rolling. Really right on board Michael Wingo. See really how this can get set up. Coming off of turn 2 here, you see the run for green. He's going to stay right behind Wingo for the moment. Giving a slight push to the back of the 25. Gets him loose. Here it comes. Austin Green up to the lead. Green trying to make it happen right now. Not quite clear enough yet. Right at the corner battle of Green. Right now, Green from the bottom to the top, from the basement to the first floor. Green in the middle now, getting pushed by Corbett. Tim White, nobody to help him now. Here comes Standbach. Masowitz. McClendon also trying to make something happen, but in the middle lane with the advantage. A little bit of tight back there in mid-pack for about right around the top 10 area. But right now, Wingo doing everything he can to hold on. McCullough down to the apron. Wingo trying not to give enough room. A bit of a shot to the 25 from the 03. McCullough saying, "Gotta let me up before turn 3." He made it happen, but now the bottom lane only with 4 cars. Worse yet, the middle with 3. Outside lane with the advantage, but now Murray drops down to the bottom with 4 to go. Corbett and Ward storming up the bottom lane. 3 to go. Sean Corbett knows he can smell it. Last time we were broadcasting that it was an actual broadcast and not me racing. Corbett ran 3rd. Well, Corbett knows he still got it. Down the back straightaway. 4 wide off of turn 2. 4 wide, barely making it work. Back to 3, now back to 4 again. White and Von Dale both in the middle. Now it's back to 3. Quentin Standbach in the mix on that top lane. Where did Standbach come from in all this? Right now you got two drivers looking to return to victory lane. One trying to get his first win at HGR. 2 laps to go. Make it 4 wide. With Green on contact with Corbett. Well, Ward, Chat Duck coming a break. They might not make it back to the white. 4 wide still, mid-pack. Richard Elliott now has came out of nowhere to take the lead down the back straightaway. Cut the tension with a knife, man. But they make it back to the white flag, and it does not matter what happens. Wingo out of shape. Hold on to her, boys. Oh, McClendon almost gets turned. They save it again. Kenneth McCullough to the bottom. Right now, Elliott to the white flag. 1 lap to go from HGR on a Wednesday night. Richard Elliott trying to get the win. McCullough trying to get his first pre-spin bonus. They almost come together, coming through 1 and 2. McCullough like he shot out of a cannon down the back straightaway for the final time. What does Corbin and Ward do? Does Elliott and Green have anything left? Does somebody from the back make a last lap charge? All right now, McCullough the sitting duck. 2 Dega Pros. Wingo off the wall in the back. They're wrecking big. Richard Elliott's around. McClendon's involved. Wingo into the wall off of turn 4. Corbett to look to the outside. McCullough contact. Ward to the bottom. At the line, John Ward. McCullough, they're wrecking. I can't call it. John Ward gets beaten all to hell, but Ward will walk out of here. The winner, McCullough 2nd, Corbett 3rd. Von Dale Masowitz rounds out the top 5. Good Lord, have mercy. Well, hold the phone, because on one side I'm seeing McCullough, on another one I'm seeing John Ward. We're going to flip the script here. We're actually going to go see what iRacing officially says, so I'm sorry for all this. And at the line, according to iRacing, it's Kenneth McCullough. So right now, McCullough designated the winner. We'll wait for official word. In communication with race control right now. Gonna wait word on the winner. While we wait on word here, let's go back and look at that finish. Cause wow, that's wild. Look back at it here. Vondale gets turned. This is going to be difficult to capture. Well, Vondale's going to come up. He will net code the 03. Ward's going to get hooked. And that in a line. Get a start and finish camera on that. That's still too close to call. We're going to assume for the moment it's going to be Ken McCullough. Ken McCullough, Garrett Jenkins up here, broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, buddy, right now we're going to go off of iRacing score. And right now, it's showing you're the winner. Just take us through that last lap. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I didn't realize I was Mark down there on the bottom. I don't know if he realized that was me in the middle, but if he'd have went with me in the middle right there, we'd have definitely got 1-2. I'm just glad we come across the line there and didn't get screwed or anything. But yeah, me and Mark had some net code there, and actually really good race though. I had a lot of fun in this race. No matter where I would have finished, I had a blast.
Well, buddy, it was a very, very calm, cool, collected race. We really saw a lot of patience being exerted with this car. A couple cautions here and there, never hurt nobody. Just what was your overall take of the night? Do you feel like it was just as calm as what we saw tonight? And really, does it feel good to get the pre-spin bonus curse off of your back personally?
Yes, sir, because I've got that wheel spin quite a few times, and usually I don't finish the race, so it feels good to get over that hump. It might have looked that way on the broadcast. It looked calm, but out there in the car, it doesn't feel so calm. I mean, the runs are coming. You got to make split-second decisions, so it may look that way on the broadcast, but believe me, everybody's going as hard as they can go. It feels like when you're on the track.
Well, buddy, I can attest to that. Me and that I've ran the last couple of nights, the last 3 nights with y'all, got to say it was a blast from there. And for already the third time in the week's only halfway over, and for the third time you're back in victory lane tonight. It looks like the 03 finally got his mojo back.
Yes, sir. See how long I can keep it. If you've been around doing this money racing for a while, it comes in waves. You either gonna have bad luck and not finish races, or you're gonna have good nights. It's either or. There's no in between.
Buddy, last question I got for you tonight. Is there anybody you want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank Jimmy and James for putting these on. Like I said, I've had some of the funnest racing over here that I've had in probably 5 or 6 years of doing this. This is the way it used to be back in the day. Used to be really good fun racing. We've kind of got away from that, but seems to be coming back. Thank my teammates out there. And thank you for doing the broadcast.
Well, buddy, we still got one more to go. The link's just been posted in the Discord. Might be a little late. with the remaining of this broadcast and everything. But look forward to covering it tonight. And for you, Kenny, look forward to seeing if you can sweep the Wednesday night week or the Wednesday night.
Yes, sir. Like I said, hopefully it's clean, but on the bright side, we do have a $5 caution fine if you cause a caution. So might be walking out of here with a lot of money to go to the special event. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you tonight in that one. That'll be live right here following the conclusion of the HGR post-race show. Kenneth, congratulations again for the 3rd win this week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. That being said, get John Ward up here before he gets ready for double duty. John Ward, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, buddy, on one screen it showed that you were the winner. On the other screen, it showed it was Kenny. We had to go all the way to iRacing to see who got it, and by the slightest of margin, McCullough beat you out. This is the first time you've crossed the line backwards before.
I think it is. I got all the 4 of the roof flaps up, and I don't think I'm all the way backwards. First of all, that was a hell of a race, man. The whole race was fun. Everybody had runs, 3 wide. We had some big moves, and not a lot of wrecking. So that was a really good race. Props out to all 15 drivers that ran there. But yeah, I was reverse finish. I thought I was going to win it there. I thought him and Corbett were in the wall. I figured that he cut Corbett off and they got hung up in the wall. So I went low, and then next thing I know, he was there side drafting me. So, and I was in reverse there at the line. So, but yeah, I had fun, man. I had real fun. If Kenny won it, then he won it, and congratulations to him.
Well, buddy, I will say this, of course, multiple time winner in HGR. No surprise there, but does losing like this that's so close to a margin does, even though you've probably had it happen more times, being on the wrong end of the deal, does it still sting just a little bit knowing inches away from yet another win on what's been a historic resume, to say the least?
Yeah. I definitely thought I had to win for sure when they got up high and started banging each other, but yeah, I always want to win. I went back and watched the replay a couple times. I'm like, man, how did he really get around me? And I went in reverse, and yeah, I was kind of seeing how it all worked out. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it hurts. It hurts a little bit because everybody wants to win, and being Kenny was the wheel spinner, he's going to get some extra money there. So we were just making sure everything was all right and everything was good to go.
Well, buddy, last question for you, because we both got another race we got to get ready for coming up in a few minutes. But is there anybody want to thank tonight? Friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank HGR James for doing a race control. He had to cover. He was by himself tonight. He did a good job with 15 drivers we had. Thank you for the broadcast. Thank Dega Pros. We had a pretty good run tonight. We were working together, about 3 or 4 of us. And McCullough Motorsports, I like racing with those guys. They stick together, and it's fun racing against that team. So shout out to them on the win and the good run.
All right, buddy. Best of luck to you in the next race coming up. Look forward to seeing how you do. Maybe we'll talk to you one more spot up for tonight.
You got it.
So with John Ward running his second 8x1 driver left to interview tonight for the HGR event. Sean Corbett, Garrett Jenkins up here in the booth, buddy. Got a copy? Try this one more time here. Sean Corbett, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth, buddy. Got a copy?
You got me, man?
Yeah, I got you. Man, so close to getting.
What do you want to know, dude? You already know all the answers to all the questions you're going to ask. You already know all the answers. These boys ain't going to let me win, and that's just how it's going to go. All in all, though, I'll just say it was a good race. I'd like to thank John Deere for keeping the grass, infield grass, clean. I'd like to thank Match.com for my wife. All mosquito repellent, keeping the bugs off of me. You for broadcasting. But no, these boys, Kenny was trying to make that car 4 or 5 wide the best he could, so I ain't mad about it.
Well, pretty much answers all my questions for tonight.
Anything else you need to know, buddy? I will see you on the next time, and maybe I'll be up there a couple more spots.
Well, if you're running little dog, big dog in a few minutes, yeah, I'll be on that side too.
Oh, I'm fired up for that one too. I got a little, paint bill I got to send over to the McCullough garage, 'cause since they're not going home early, at least I kept it off the wall. He didn't put me in the wall. I can't say he put me in the wall, but he sure showed me what direction it was.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you. Coming
All
up
right,
here in a
Chief.
few minutes.
Hey. All right, bud. Later.
Later. I should have known that was going to happen. I should have known. All right, well, you see the finish. One for the highlight reel. We're not going to go through the grid. We're actually going to go through the race results for tonight. And at the line, good God, it calls it a tie. Calls it a three-way tie all the way down the middle. Take your phone out. Take a picture of that one. Take a picture of the finish in the background. Because right now, Ken McCullough, John Woods, Sean Corbett, one of the best and most exciting finishes HGR will ever see. Mark Von Dillon, fourth, Joey Massey with fifth, Austin Green, Joey Allen, Quentin Stanbaugh, Jeff Murray, Michael Wingo to top 10. Austin Herbert, Tim White, Danny Barnes, Tucker McClendon, and Richard Elliott will round out the field for HGR. Well, that being said, for Kenny McCullough, it is his third win of the week in high gear. He'll look to try to sweep the Wednesday night weekend with Little Dog, Big Dog coming up right here on the Racing Idiot Racing Network. And folks, I will see y'all in just a few short minutes. Congratulations to Kenneth McCullough again. And we'll stick around to see if he'll be able to sweep Wednesday night. Everybody, take care. I'll see you in a few minutes.